Monday 5 a.m. What are you doing? Are you being a little bitch and pressing the snooze button on your alarm? Or are you getting up and saying, good morning, motherfucker? You know, are you going to be productive this week, or are you going to be a little bitch? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself these questions every Monday morning. A reminder, pay the motherfucking fee. The fee has nothing to do with money. The fee's quite simple. Share this with a friend, a relative, or a sibling, or someone that is like-minded. Help us grow. Help us spread the message about Latin Wealth Club. But with that being said, this is your host, MP, and behind the scenes,
AZ.
And AZ, how was your week, bro? Haven't seen you in a week.
Good.
Or a couple days, actually.
Yeah, no, not too long. I know you miss me, man.
I miss you. I think about you.
How's your week been?
It's been all right.
It's been
good,
pretty busy,
man.
right?
Yeah,
For you?
It's actually been
good,
pretty
man.
busy. You know, I woke up pretty tired today.
Good.
Not gonna lie to you, bro.
It's summertime.
Yeah.
Perfect time, no, for you?
Yeah, it is. It's booming.
Yeah, good.
Booming, bro. What do you got going on for this week?
This week nothing. Just working again, bro. Yeah, just trying to.
Are you saving up your money?
You know, I am.
Investing or saving?
Well, a little bit of both. I try to save 20% of whatever I make every check. So I'll save 20%.
That's a good rule of thumb right there.
And then another 5 to 10 for the stocks.
Okay, that's good.
Try to dip into both.
So today I got a good one, bro. I think I'm gonna bring up the topic about 3 successful ways I win in business, or that I found that have worked for me and that could potentially work for you. You know, the listener. I think that if you implement these 3 things, or you focus on these 3 things, it'll allow you to find more revenue that will turn more into profit. It'll help you get your name more out there. You know, these are just things I use personally. And to start it off with, we're going to start with number 1, brand and marketing. I've mentioned this before. I can't express this enough. Create a brand and market that brand, right? Like, I cannot express the fact that when someone thinks about detailing, I want them to think about MP Auto Detailing. I want the MP logo to come up to their mind, right? And how do you do that? Well, you do that by branding. You do that by marketing, all right? Marketing yourself, putting your business in front of people you do not know of, in front of as many people as you can possibly, right? And we talked about how you could do that through social media. You could do that through business cards. You could do that through, obviously, the most powerful one, word of mouth. The whole point of it is for them to see your stuff, become a fan of your stuff, and always remember you when they think of that certain topic, subject, or industry. Okay, so for example, we have about little under 2,000 followers on MP Auto Detailing on Instagram. And I try to be consistent with my posts. I try to always put the logo with my post because I want them to affiliate the MP logo with detailing, right? When you brand and market yourself and you put yourself in front of other people, there might be someone that needs that service. There might be someone that knows someone that might need that service. Or there might be someone that's just interested in following you and seeing your content. And when someone does ask, hey, do you know a detailer? You're the first one that comes to their head. Because they're like, oh yeah, I see this guy that's always posting shiny cars, right? So number 1, branding and marketing. If you could focus on that, get that down, that is like the number 1, like, first step. Second step, in my eyes, that is a successful way that I win in business, is closing a deal. And what do I mean by closing a deal? That means actually converting appointments, right? If we're talking about detailing, not only, branding my detailing business, but having that person actually continue and successfully booking with my business. How do I do that? Well, I kind of have it automated to the point where they just go on my website, right? And I kind of try to make the website as user-friendly as possible, as pretty much dummy-proof as possible, so no one could get confused. I know a lot of the older folks get confused because they're not too tech-savvy, so sometimes we got to book them through manual, like through a phone call, text message and stuff like that. But closing the deal, right? So focusing on, 1, branding, right? Bringing getting the customer's attention, but closing that customer, closing the deal with that customer, having that customer actually book an appointment with you. I think that is the most important step because, yes, you could brand. People can know your name, but if you're not converting branding into bookings, what's it worth it? What's worthless, right? You got something to say, AZ?
No, I think what you're saying is basically true for tons of businesses. It's turning your brand to an actual money-making machine, right?
Yeah.
So
literally.
actually converting, potential clients to actual clients.
Branding would be like automating people to come to your business, right? Mm-hmm. And then your website or you actually picking up the phone and stuff like that is now you trying to close that deal, trying to close that appointment.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, trying to confirm it.
And that's going to be the hardest part. I mean, building a brand is pretty hard, but actually converting people into clients is...
Because here's the thing, at least with my industry, people try to negotiate prices.
Sure, yeah. They think...
And that's the reason why I started the website. So there you can't negotiate prices there. And you try reaching out to me to negotiate price. We're not... I mean, it's
not happening.
It's not even that it's not happening. It's like at that point you're being disrespectful because the prices are there.
Yeah, there's
there's no reason why you should ask.
Yeah.
Oh, how much for this? How much for what? It's on the website.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, sometimes I don't even know. Why don't you check the website? I don't even know.
And then on the I don't even know. The money just at this point I just go. And then on those websites, you can see your traffic, right? And you can see.
I get a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I get a lot of traffic because we also get a lot of people from Google. Now, one thing I did notice about my business that people have told me is that some people might get price shocked.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of older folks are always like, I want an interior and an exterior. And it's like, what do you mean by that? Yeah, like, what do you mean by that? Because if you tell me you want an interior exterior, I'm thinking you want a complete detail.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you want a full interior detail and you want the full exterior detail, right? That's what I'm thinking. But most of the time, bro, it's just a basic wash that they're asking for.
That's all they want, yeah.
But why are you saying you want an interior and exterior? Just say you want a car wash.
They probably did want it, and then they saw the price, and they're like, ooh, I think I just want the exterior.
I know. What I'm saying is I've been approached in person.
Oh.
And they're like, how much for an interior and exterior?
Oh, gotcha.
And it's like, what do you mean by that? Like, do you want me to take out stains? Do you want me to... You know what I'm saying? Like, people sometimes need to be more specific, but I understand that they don't know it. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
So I just tell them, oh, well, my prices are on my website, but they range from like $45 up to like $1,000 something.
There you go. Yeah.
And then when you hear $1,000, they're like, what? And I'm like certain packages. I was like, you'll see everything on the website. I was like, everything's on there.
Yeah, you got to break everything down.
Yeah, I just tell them everything's on the website. I think with everything being on the website, it's self-explanatory. Do I really need to explain it to you? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel, right? But I'm saying, obviously, when you're first starting out, you probably do have to explain it to them, right? I'm at the point where I have so many people that can vouch for me. I have good reviews. Like, it would be dumb for you to have to really come and ask me a question because everything's on the website. I try to make it so user-friendly, right? And I try to make it so user-friendly so that way they're more motivated to, they feel like, oh, wow, this guy, because the way I describe my packages and everything's open. I let everyone know, like, you know, for example, like full interior details, we don't touch headliners, right? We make that known. We make everything, like, we disclose everything we're going to do to the car, everything, right? And that's the thing, right? When you disclose everything, when you're open with everything, you're more likely going to close a deal because they know exactly what they're getting and they know exactly what they're paying for. Plus, the reviews to vouch for the work is just a cherry on top. Right, so I've gone to a point where it's kind of automated, where closing my deals are just automated. It's kind of done by itself. I don't really have to convince anybody. I don't really have to talk prices. I don't have to do any of that. In the beginning, you might have to do that because, you know, sometimes in the beginning, it's very unfortunate that you kind of have to, like, hook people up. Not because you want to, but because you need to, because you need that clientele. You need that first stepping stone, right? But you have to get to the point of closing the deal where it's like me, or people just go into your website and it's self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? So focus on branding, right? Putting your business in front of as many people as possible, then allowing those people to come to your business to purchase, consume use the service or buy the product, right? So now closing the deal. Now when you're at the closing the deal stage, you could always try to upsell. Number 3, upsell. Right? I would say don't be like annoying with it. Don't, hey, we need to do this. Hey, we need to do that. You should do this. You should do that. It's going to be $100 more, $200 more. No. I would say, oh, we booked you in for a full interior detail. Hey, man, your exterior is not looking too great. I would recommend doing a clay wax in the next 3 months. Or we can add it on today for $60. So you would be getting, let's say a full interior detail is $200 for SUV. And we could add a clay and wax that same day for $60. That's $260. Right? My complete detail package is a full interior detail with a exterior clay bar, polish, and wax for $400, double the price. So if you think about it, to add a clay and wax just without the polish for $60 is a steal. And I would tell them, like, hey, we should do the interior today. It's just $60. And they'll be like, oh, we'll think about it. I'm like, oh, well, our complete detail package is what technically you'd be getting is like $400. You'll just be paying less because you're not getting the polish. And typically they're like, oh, you know what? On the other hand, you know what? Let's do it. Or sometimes they hear $60 and right away, oh yeah, let's do it. I just went from 200 to 260. And it's not going to take me no more than 1 more hour. Max. I'm talking about within the hour, I'm going to text them, I'm all done, and they're going to come out and see the vehicle. So if you focus on your brand, you focus on closing the deal, and once you have that deal to kind of upsell, squeeze out a little bit more of that lemon juice from that lemon, you're going to find success in your business. Remember, don't be annoying with it. Don't be a dick. Be as professional as possible. And those are 3 things I personally have used to win in my business. Those are 3 things I think a lot of people could use in their business. AZ, do you think, these 3 steps, these 3 successful ways I've won in business, do you think anyone could use it? Or do you think maybe this applies to certain industries?
I would say that most of them are pretty, like you can use them for really any industry. Because, I mean,
Maybe the upsell one might be like a...
It depends, right?
I think
it really depends. Like if you're selling clothes, there's really nothing to really upsell on that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's always like...
Well, that's a lie.
Yeah, because for that, what you can do, buy 2 shirts, you can
get one half off.
Exactly, yeah. So there's always something I guess you could do to make it more... to get people to be more interested in purchasing. But I think overall, it's pretty good, man. I would just... think about some of the big companies that you see every day.
Yeah.
I mean...
See it as a pipeline. Mm-hmm. Right? The pipeline is, these are customers you don't know, right? You brand it, so you bring in the customers that now know you into the pipeline.
Yeah.
Once those customers are that know you, that are in the pipeline, you want to take them deeper into the pipeline to closing the deal. Mm-hmm. Right? Once you get them to the closing the deal, right? You filtered out the ones that don't want to close the deal. Uh-huh. Now you got the ones that close the deal. You're going to filter out the ones that just want whatever they booked, and you're going to get the ones that want to upsell, right? If you can focus on those 3 things in the beginning of your business, branding, closing a deal, and then trying to upsell, right? Even though you might, let's say my client wax is $180, even though I'm going to add it on for half the price, think about it, like I said, it's only going to take me an hour more. So it's like... If it's a lot of work to you, bite the bullet. But for a lot of people, it's not a lot of work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people, it's like, damn, a cool $60 in an hour extra for my business. Let's do it.
You raise your minimum wage, bro, to $60 an hour.
Well, no, that's before business expenses.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
People can't see it that way.
Absolutely.
Because if they see it that way, then they're going to spend their business money on their personal stuff.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? No, so we have to think about that's the business money.
No, yeah.
Right? That's the business money before expenses, before I pay myself. So in reality, I probably pay myself $25 out of that $60.
Sure.
The $35 go to the business, right? For taxes and payroll and stuff.
Yeah, I think you have to think about it like that. But I just meant it more in like, like...
Of course, but I think we need a...
No,
we can't... Sure. We have to let the listeners... we got to lead them in the right path, right? Yeah. We have to make them have that killer mindset, right? But I think also I want to make something clear. If you stick around to the end of each and every Monday Motivation Latin Wealth Club podcast, I'll be saying a quote of the week, and I'm gonna do about like 10 of them. And whoever could tell me 10 quotes of all 10 quotes, I'm gonna sell you $100.
Oh,
I'm gonna sell you $100.
I didn't know
but you
about
have
this.
to tell you have to tell me each and every quote through DM at the end of 10 quotes.
Maybe you got to make it.
I no, bro. It's
That's
look,
it?
it's at the end. Yeah,
Okay.
and this thing's
All
gonna
right.
be a short clip.
All right.
This is just gonna be for that rare percentage that stick to the end.
Okay.
Right.
I like that, man.
So let's do it.
I might
and
just take that from you, bro. That's crazy.
you know, you don't
Well,
qualify.
I'm
You're out,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
You're
fucked up, man.
you're not allowed to participate.
That's fucked up.
You already get paid, dog. Anyways, man, I got the look quote of the week for you guys. The best way to predict the future is to create it. And that's by a guy named Peter Drucker. It's like Trucker with a D. Drugger. You know, and I don't mean to disrespect you, Peter. I just, you know, I have sometimes have
what
a
last
bad
name is
bad.
that, man?
Yeah, when it comes to last names, I'm
Drugger.
bad. Yeah, but yeah, the best way to predict the future, bro, is to create it. And I think if we as Latinos, Hispanic entrepreneurs pay attention to that, you know, I think there could be a lot of wins in our community, right? Let's create the future. Let's not depend on the future. So with that being said, all I got to say is don't be a little fucking bitch. All money in, no money out. Stay dedicated, stay motivated, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy Monday. Oh, and happy 4th of July.
Hey.